All right, so I'm just going to interject here to quickly address. Originally, I was only going to show this conversation, but I do want to address one tiny thing that Verlis says in this video, and there's a good reason why I didn't just go off on a long-winded rant, because there really wasn't a whole lot to rant about, honestly. He actually says a few things that are kind of correct in the video, and it's not like they're smart points, they're just obvious things, like the first one being that Nintendo can enforce their rules however they wish. I mean, as much as I am a legal hack apologist, and for good reason, you can check out the first video, the first exposing social rejects video on why I think that way. But never have I claimed, nor will I claim, that Nintendo shouldn't enforce their rules, or they don't have a right to, or that somehow we're entitled to break their terms of service. Whether I think their terms of service are good or bad or flawed doesn't really matter. If you get caught with a level 50 Hydreigon in a VGC event, you can expect your ass to get disqualified, and I'm not going to defend you for it because you just weren't smart. If you're going to take the risk, then you got to be fucking careful, dude. Because, I mean, I get it. Not all of us have time for all of that breeding shit, and some of us just want to have fun with friends, or we do Smogon battles, or we do that kind of stuff. And I really don't think I mean, if you gen your Pokemon, the only thing I'm saying is that I will defend your competitive legitimacy in the game, that you were playing fair in the context of the battle. Never within that context did I bring up the Nintendo terms of service or whether the practice is necessarily ethical. I mean, I even state in the video that we were going to be disregarding that because my whole point was about competitive legitimacy. If you gen Pokemon and you go to a Smogon tournament online, is that competitively legitimate? I think so, just based on the facts, based on the evidence, and the fact that it's not equivalent to other forms of uh, rule breaking in other games where it does give you an unfair advantage. All this does is save time, and really it's a slippery slope argument anyway. I just wanted to bring that up because there's not a whole lot in this video that I necessarily disagree with from a substance point of view. I still do disagree with the ethics of why Verlisify is bringing this up. I mean, he's essentially whoring out Wolfie Glick for views from the VGC community, and I just find that kind of messed up. When at best all he did was point out a couple questionable Pokemon that he used not even in a live event. He used them in a battle spot video for his channel. Like, it's not really the same as bringing hacked Pokemon to like a regional or a Worlds. No, not at all. And a world-class player like Wolfie Glick would never take that kind of risk. And he knows this, but he went ahead and made a scene anyway to whore a world-class VGC player for views. And I just find that kind of messed up. I mean, really, look at this fucking thumbnail and title. Like, bro, come on. At least be a little bit discreet about the stunt you're pulling here. But in terms of the substance of the recent video, this one itself, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with what he said in regards to, like, if you're caught, should you be punished? Sure. I will defend your competitive legitimacy to use gens and legal hacks all day long, but if you get caught by the Pokemon Company, sorry, you're on your own, buddy. I mean, not that I could do anything, but I just want to make it clear for the record for anybody who thinks that I was arguing in favor of Nintendo changing their terms of service, or that the terms of service don't matter, because they do. And you get caught with level 50 Hydreigon, I mean, sorry bro, you deserve to get DQ'd because you weren't smart about it. You took the risk, and that's on you. Just swim at your own risk. I'm not your lifeguard. All I'm saying is that I feel like it doesn't take away your competitive legitimacy, which is, I feel like, what a lot of people do. They try to take away competitive legitimacy from BGC players who just so happen to not have time for any of that bullshit. Nor do they care because they're not losers, they're not man-childs, they're not cucks or virgins. Yeah, I couldn't make an exposing social rejects video without getting a tiny bit politically incorrect. I should keep this series going. This is fun. Just for future reference, whenever I find some goddamn bullshit on on YouTube regarding Pokemon or really anything. And in this case, it wasn't just Verlisify himself. It was hardly him. It was just someone in his comment section that really pissed me off, and I hope you can see why. And I already didn't want to make this video this long, but I will see you guys next time.